So you click on this video and you decide to stop slacking off from procrastination. It could be through scrolling to TikTok or IG views on Instagram, which I'm personally really guilty of. But you decide to screw the dopamine rush and you want to start making a side buck in high school. But that's great. You're on the right track. Or maybe you have some limiting beliefs on yourselves. Maybe you're not sure what you want to do or what niche you want to be in. Or maybe you just delusion yourself into thinking that you're too young to start a business, which you're not. Whatever the problem you're facing, you want to still make money in the end. Addressing these root causes will help you to start acting and do the hard work. And in this video, I'll try my best to guide you through these problems. And hopefully in the end, you'll have a light bulb up in your head which drives you to work towards it. So before we start off with the video, we should also identify the driving factor behind whatever goals that we have. Maybe you have seen your father struggling in debt and you want to ease his financial burden. Or you want to start earning a quick buck at a young age so that you can invest early. Or you could just be like me who wants to earn 60 ringgit a month to get a monthly subscription for Adobe Premium. Nevertheless, I will highly recommend documenting whatever purpose that you have onto paper. Maybe it could be writing it into a diary. And that way, whenever you are facing some hardships in the future and you're thinking of quitting, this will be a reminder of why you started with that idea in the first place. Now, onto niche. You need to come up with a very complicated, very professional niche. You just need to leverage your existing skills and knowledge. You did good in school and you passed with flying colors. That's great. You could set up a small tuition business that charges 35 ringgit for a class weekly. You get 5 friends to join and boom, you're making 700 ringgit a month. Impressive. And that's just one suggestion. I do have a friend who sells Pokemon cards on Shopee and he charges up to 1k ringgit a pack. And believe me, there's people who bought them because they think that the value is worth it. To identify your niche, you need to find something that you're interested in. It could be anything, from cars to computers or even gaming. I do have a friend in that niche who will help other people to grind the games for them for a price. Next up is to identify the problems you think you can solve in that field. Well, for this step, you need to do your own personal research. You could search up the businesses in that field to see what problems they're tackling and how could you solve those problems differently. Or you could just ask around. Maybe you could ask your friends who likes that particular field, or family members, or even business owners if you happen to know any of them. Listen to their problems and try to find a way to solve them. That's basically the backbone of a business, to solve problems. Experiment around, don't be afraid to fail. You will try new and unique solutions that other businesses are not doing for you to stand out from the crowd and potentially even succeed as a business. You could also ask your future customers feedback for products or services that they may not be satisfied with to see what could you improve on. Yes, this may sound pretty daunting at first, but that's why I told you earlier in this video to document your purpose, so that you do not sidetrack from the rocky obstacles that you may face on your path to success. You will definitely need emotional support from friends or family members that you trust to prop you up at your lowest moments and to continue the journey. Try to make your service or products as personalized as possible. Making your business personalized means getting your service or product to meet the demands of the consumer through the data they have given you. In the example of getting clients in the tutor business, you could send a personalized cold DM to a random person or to a particular friend who you know is struggling in a subject. You could try to create unique games or questions which may allow you to help gain more data from the quote-unquote person, and which may potentially help you to improve each classes along the way. For example, let's just say that you somehow knew that one of your students is a huge Blackpink fan. Maybe you could just by Blackpink keychain and present it as a sort of reward for her if she manages to answer one of your tests with full marks. You could also send personalized follow-up messages to track their progress and see if they've improved. The impact the person will feel will be a lot more exponential than rather just pasting an ad flatly on Instagram or Facebook and going with the generic way of teaching. Your goal is to want your customers to be your friend. But what if you want a prosperous career in the future? Well, that is also possible. You could learn other high-income skills that will be beneficial for you in the foreseeable future. Skills such as video editing, copywriting, or even photo editing for thumbnails on YouTube. It would be amazing if you manage to find a tutor who can teach these skills in depth. But however, if it's not possible, you could also learn them online. There are a ton of free tutorials on YouTube, as well as tutorials on decent sites such as Udemy on the internet. In case if you're interested, I will strongly recommend you to use W3 Schools to learn Python, as they will provide a wide range of free tutorials for different languages such as Python, HTML, JavaScript, etc. There is also a ton of free software for video editing such as Filmora as well as CapCut. And for photo editing, there is also Canva, which I also do recommend. However, I still believe that Adobe Photoshop and Adobe Premiere Pro are the best software to use for photo editing and video editing. Well, however, since we are just starting off and trying to get the hang of these, we try to keep the cost to the bare minimum, 0. And that's why the softwares which I mentioned earlier cost 0 to start off with. Keep in mind that this is just my opinion. There will be other high income skills in which I have not mentioned here, in which you are learning at the moment. In fact, if you know any other high income skills that have provided you with great value, please leave them in the comments. Now I hope that you have learned something new in this video. Now the most important thing is to take action, to bring your ideas to life, because ideas that are not executed are just ideas. I hope that you guys will have a great day today and hope that the side hustle that you started pays off in the end. Peace.